Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Oakley Corners State Forest, US 5221. Today I'm back at my favorite spot. Unfortunately, somebody has decided they want to dump a bunch of wood here. I'm assuming they're going to burn it. They left a motorcycle under that tarp, which is kind of weird. They left a chair here. They tried to cut a tree down. I may actually have to call the DEC because this is a little ridiculous. They cut that one down. They started to cut that one down. They left a fire going. It's still smoldering. They left a chair here, a grill here, a motorcycle here, a bunch of garbage. Not super happy about that one. Unfortunately, people like to trash places that they shouldn't. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing an activation with a radio I haven't really used much. That is, I'm not sure it's mcHF or the mcHF QRP radio. This belongs to my buddy Dugbo KD7DUG. He loaned this radio to me, and so I figured I'd give it a shot. I've had it for a while, but I haven't been able to play with it a lot. I've been super busy lately. I'm running the Palm Pico again. So we've got two things that don't belong to me here. But we'll see how this radio works. Now, this is kind of a cool radio. It's QRP, but it's got a color waterfall, internal speaker. This one has an internal tuner. In fact, it was just installed. This is the instructions for the tuner, because this radio is kind of menu heavy. It's got a lot of options and a lot of features, but it is a little bit complicated to use compared to some of my other radios, but it is kind of cool. Now, they don't make the actual real deal anymore. There are Chinese knockoffs you can buy, which are basically the same radio. But other than a few contacts just to make sure everything worked okay and playing with the menus and stuff, I haven't used this radio much yet. So this is the first activation I've ever done with it, and I've only made a couple of contacts on it. So we'll see how it goes today. I'm actually, because this has a tuner in it, I'm actually running a 9-to-1. So I've got my Tufton 9-to-1 here, going up into the tree and down in an inverted V. I mean, you probably can't see it, but the counterpoise is running right there. That gives me a little bit of band agility. So if I want to change bands, I can just switch bands real quick and then tune the thing back up, and we're on the next band. So we'll see how 40 meters is. I checked the RBN earlier and it wasn't amazing, but we'll see what it's like. I'm getting a little bit later start than I wanted also, which isn't fantastic, but it kind of is what it is. So let me get the camera situated here. I've got a lot of stuff on this little tiny table here. Let me put my winder over here, get you guys all set up on the table. This is not super level here. Let's see if we can get this so it's a little bit more level. Probably not. But if we go like this, yeah, that works. Bring you in like that. Get our battery pack back up on the table here. Throw the tuner instructions back in my pocket. And then I've got my Faraday bag. I don't know if I'm going to need it or not. I haven't really noticed any issues with RFI in this particular radio, but I've got it in case I need it. Make sure everything's in frame. It should be. Okay, so I've been listening for a few minutes. We'll go ahead and call QRL one or two more times just to make sure the frequency is clear. Ooh. And it's currently so somebody's on there now. Now, Doug said that the speaker in this thing isn't amazing. So far, I don't... Oh, somebody's calling CQ right under me. So I think we finally got a clear frequency. Oop. I was going to send my call sign, but I thought I heard something. All right, I think we've got a clear frequency. Now, I did not program, I don't know if this has got memories or not. I haven't played with it enough. I'm just going to go ahead and send my CQs today. I did schedule this, so this should go live. I do. Whoa, what was that? I feel like I need to open this filter up a little bit, but I'm not sure how to do it. I feel like the filter's on like 100 hertz. It's super narrow. See if I can figure out how to do this. Filter selection. Hold on, KE2. Gotcha. Jersey. I really need to open this filter up. He's booming in. Woo! Heard a W5. Gotcha. I really need to open this filter up. Eric. All right, let me hop in the menu here real quick. Let me send AS for just a second here. Let me see how we set our filter on this thing, because it is way too narrow. And I don't know how anybody runs a filter this narrow. All right, let me see. G4 button? What button are we talking about? Okay, this is it. Not understanding. I mean, I see how to switch it. Press the button to force the selection of bandwidth. I'm not sure what filter width I'm running. That's the problem. It shows multiple filter widths here, but I don't know. I have no idea. He is local. QSB is bad. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more for a valid activation, and then maybe I'll jump over to 30. Did 40 dry up? Well, we'll call CQ a few more times and then we'll switch bands maybe. Sending's not great today. What was that? Yep. Ooh, he's booming in. Whoa, hold on. There was a W2 in there. We'll take the K2ZC. Jersey. What? VA something. Oh my. Okay. There's two of you in there. That's not who I wanted, but I'll take it. There's a K2 in there also. He'll be Quebec. What was that? Gotcha. Another Jersey. That killed me because I had a VA2 and a WA2 calling me at the exact same time. We'll call CQ one or two more times. I think I got that right. H. Gotcha. I gotcha. WW 4 C C H. Yeah, I gotcha. Man, that H is killing me. I don't know why that H just killed me. Gotcha. South Carolina. I'll take that for 40 meters with the sun up. What? They're way off frequency. W. I think I got that call sign right. N2 something, an AF. Man, signals are going away. One thing I've noticed about this radio, for some reason, if I try to send with Farnsworth, the keyer doesn't like it. I got to send like a straight 23 words a minute, and it's not super easy for me to change the key speed. So, all right, you know what? I'm gonna call QRT. My brain is fried for some reason this morning. I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, so. Whew, that was rough. N8JY. Take one more. Man, 40's going away. All right. Okay, let's kill the radio. I had a rough time this morning. My copy wasn't amazing. My sending was kind of atrocious. Like I said, the keyer on this radio is a little weird. It's not bad, but if I try to send with any Farnsworth, it throws it off. Sending a straight speed, no issue. It sends beautifully. But if I try to send some Farnsworth, I miss dits and dahs. I send extra dits and dahs. I'm not sure what's up with that. This radio is really cool. I kind of like it. I think I might want one. Now, the problem I have with this radio, and I have this with a lot of radios, is it is a menu-driven mess. And that's one of my sort of dislikes with radios like this, is that I don't like to have really deep menus where I have to go in 3,000 miles to change settings. Now, Dugbo warned me about this menu system before I use this radio. He said, you know, this thing is a menu hog, and it is. What did that take? It's 1250. It took about 25 minutes. I'm sorry, 35 minutes. Not bad. Signal strength was kind of ugly today. I think, like I said, the band wasn't amazing. I checked band conditions before I left the house this morning, and they were iffy to begin with, and the sun is up more now, so 40's starting to go away, and I'm not on the most efficient antenna ever, right? And I'm running QRP, and the speaker in that thing's okay. It's not as bad as he said it was, but I mean, it's not fantastic. I still really like this key. I still really wish these paddles didn't flex. I wish they'd made these out of something stiffer like carbon fiber or something, or even aluminum. But this key is a really cool key. I really like how it feels. I really like how it sends. This radio is kind of a neat radio. It's got a lot of features. You know, it's got a color waterfall. It's got a tuner. It's got an internal speaker. It's got lots of features. I do need to play with it a little bit more and get more comfortable with the menu system. It's kind of wonky. One of the problems with a lot of these radios is they're not super user-friendly. And if you're somebody like me who jumps from radio to radio a lot, radios that have really deep menu systems can be frustrating because you forget how to do things. You know, real simple radios, like some of these real simple QRP radios that don't, like CW radios that don't have a lot of features, they're easy, right? There's not much to remember. But some of these radios can get pretty complicated. And like I said, they're not super user-friendly. And that's across the spectrum, whether it's this or a G90 or a KX2 or, you know, there are all these, like my FTDX10. Now, I use that thing all the time, so I know the menus inside and out. But unfortunately, a lot of ham radio stuff is highly menu driven, and the user interface is not super friendly. But at any rate, like I said, I'm kind of impressed with this radio so far. I want to play with it some more. I want to get it out at least one more time. I will do a QRP head-to-head with this against the KX2, because this is a full feature radio. This is not a CW only radio. And I do have another radio coming. I think it's going to be here today. You're not going to see it on the channel for a while. I can't tell you much about it other than I'm kind of excited about it. I'll be beta testing it. We'll see how that goes. And I think it's going to be a pretty compelling option. So yeah, we'll keep your eyes peeled on the channel later this summer. I will have some video about that radio. So probably what I'll do is my next few activations, once I get that radio, is I'll start the activation with whatever radio I'm going to use for that day. And then I'll shut the camera off and I'll switch radios and I'll finish the activation up with that radio just to kind of get some time under my belt with it and see how it works. But like I said, so far, just from what I've seen, I don't have radio in hand yet, but from what I've seen, it's pretty cool. So at any rate, everybody, like I said, my copy was kind of atrocious today. My sending was kind of atrocious today. You have days like that. Not every day is great. Not every day is going to be one of those days where you're just on it and your copy is amazing and your sending is amazing. And, you know, everything just goes flawlessly. Sometimes you have days like this where your copy's just kind of not great and you kind of have to live with what you got. So at any rate, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as school winds down here and I've got more time, I will get out and do more activations. Time has just been really tight for me lately. So at any rate, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Dugbo, thank you so much for letting me use this radio. I will use it a little bit more. I do kind of want to get comfortable with it because I do think it's kind of a compelling option. So at any rate, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, 7-3.